thank you. I am the great and glorious Gretchen in my red Valentine's outfit just for you. The name of my story is Iphys and Ianthe. It was written over 3,000 years ago. And I think that you will agree that the emotions and the issues in this story are still very relevant today. Iphys and Ianthe. 3,000 years ago, on the Isle of Crete, there lived a humble man. His wife was with child. One night he said to his wife, "Wife, there are two things I pray to the gods. The first, that you have an easy delivery. The second, that the child shall be a boy. Girls are no end of trouble. So make me this promise, and may the gods forgive me. But if the child is a girl, take her to the mountaintop and leave her to die." Now his wife was horrified by this request, and she begged him to reconsider, but he would not. And so she made the terrible promise, but it weighed on her. And one night she was in a fitful sleep, and she had a dream. And appearing in the dream was the Egyptian goddess Isis, she with the headdress of a moon and horns. And she said, "Do not be afraid. Do nothing. I will protect your child, no matter what it may be." In the morning, the woman awoke. Her burden had been lifted. She remembered the promise of the goddess and prayed that it would be true. She gave birth, an easy delivery, and the child was a girl. But she remembered the promise of the goddess. Quickly, she wrapped the baby up, handed it to the wet nurse, and said in a loud voice, "Here, feed my son." Her husband overheard. He was delighted to have a son, and he gave his son a family name, Iphys. This delighted his wife, for Iphys could be a name for a boy or a girl. And so the deception began. Iphys, the girl, was dressed as a boy, raised as a boy, grew into a handsome youth, a beauty, no matter her sex. When Iphys was 13 years old, the father of Iphys had a happy announcement: a betrothal of my beloved son Iphys to the beautiful golden-haired Ianthe. Now Iphys and Ianthe already knew each other. They had grown up together, had the same teachers, learned the same lessons, played at the same games, and their hearts had come together at the same time in love. But theirs was not an equal love. Beautiful, golden-haired Ianthe was passionately in love, eager for all of the delights of the wedding night. Iphys loved no less passionately, but she knew that she was a girl disguised as a boy, and she said, "I must not feel this way." But the more she tried to squelch her passion, the stronger it became. One night, Iphys climbed to a mountaintop and pleaded with the stars and the gods, "Why have you cursed me with this strange love? It is a love no one has ever heard of before. I am a girl, on fire for another girl. This is not the way of nature. If you were going to afflict me with pain and suffering, why not give me some ordinary malady, something that I could understand, that others could understand and sympathize with? But this, and oh, the irony, my father is so happy, her father is so happy, and my beautiful golden-haired Ianthe is ecstatic, and there is nothing standing between us there is no chaperone, no jealous husband, no forbidding father. She is open to my love. Something has got to change. Ianthe is passionately in love with me. It's not up to me to ask that change. I am passionately in love with Ianthe. But the more I feel it, no, I don't want that to change. Oh gods, is this your intention? Will you truly bless a marriage between two women? Well, Iphys was not the only one with her problems. Beautiful golden-haired Ianthe was becoming quite impatient indeed. Well, there was delay after delay of the wedding, and she had her own plea to the gods. When is my wedding night? And what has happened to my beloved Iphys? He has changed. He used to be so kind, so loving, so affectionate. We shared everything. But since the betrothal, he is silent, moody, withdrawn. He pulls away when I come to him with my kisses and my caresses. Oh, gods, give me back my loving Iphys. And then bring him to me on my wedding night. Well, as you can imagine, there was a third person that was not very happy about this wedding. That was the mother of Iphys. She was the one coming up with all of these delays that were vexing the poor golden-haired Ianthe. Oh, this date, no, we can't have it this date. It's the festival harvest. Oh, it's not the festival harvest, it's too near the festival harvest. Oh, this date, oh, bad omen for weddings. We can't have it that date. This date, my sister is planning to be ill, and I'll have to go take care of her. Finally, there could be no more delays. The night before the wedding, the mother of Iphys dragged Iphys to the temple of Isis, thrust her daughter before the goddess, and said, to which the goddess Isis responded, "Do not be afraid. Do nothing. I will protect your child, no matter who she is, no matter whom she loves." And the temple of Isis began to shake and tremble. And when it stopped, Iphys and her mother felt a great sense of relief. They began to walk home, and as they walked home, the strides of Iphys became longer. Her shoulders broader, her skin darker, and her hair shorter. By the time they reached home, Iphys the girl had been transformed into Iphys the young man. The wedding took place the next day. And we can surmise that the wedding night between Iphys and Ianthe was delightful indeed. But truly, even if there had not been this startling transformation, Iphys and Ianthe already had everything they needed for a happy marriage. They had love.